Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time to all one of you watching. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. So, well, we got some news. Got a little bit of news, unfortunately, tonight. But I still wanted to stream, so gonna get to it. Hello. Welcome to the ToV live stream, where a lot of times I'm doing stop motion animations of Heroscape and other things, and releasing that. And yeah, that is a process over the course of the past 10-15 years or so. But sometimes I as well paint Heroscape stuff, and you can see what kind of right here. I got all that stuff to paint. And the reason why I don't have this camera showing a lot, like here, there. See, there's a lot of it. They're scattered all over the place. But I have a camera kind of pointed this way a little bit towards my torso area because I'm a little sick. Like I know last weekend I thought I was recovering from being sick, but apparently I got fever again, and this just happened in the last like 5 to 6 hours. So I really don't want to cancel anything tonight, although the stream is going to be a relatively short one. I might just paint 1 or 2 things because I still want to do that, and then go to bed, go to sleep, try and recover, because we have kind of a busy weekend next weekend, because we're going to plan to do the meme review next weekend, so I gotta get better for that. And so yeah, just probably like half hour, 45 minutes, half hour, 50 minutes or so, we will just paint here tonight. Then I'm gonna get some rest. I'm probably gonna sweat throughout the night with this fever, because yeah, I do got a fever, and my head hurts, and it's just all the achiness of sickness. Now, I will say one thing when it comes to like all this. My son kind of had the same thing that I had, and he did have like fever once, and then spent like 3 to 6 days just coughing a lot, and then he got fever again, and spent like a day or two with that, and then he got better. It was a gradual thing. So this technically would be my second time with fever, so I'm hoping it's the same case. All the same though, if I feel miserable tomorrow morning, I'll probably go to urgent care, just because I mean, my son, he's 7, he just bounces back like nobody's business. But I'm a little bit older. I'm gonna be like 43 in a couple weeks. I kind of need to just check it out. And it's funny how it's like every winter, whether it's earlier or later, I'm always getting sick somehow. Just nuts. See, I'm sorry if I break the microphone there. But I do have tea. See, I got tea. I might sip that a little bit while we're doing this. And here, let me show you what I've been doing with the painting here. Like, I'm starting to work on these giants, putting like the metal armor down on them. So I had leftover gray because I was painting some of these here. And this is a VC unit, Zedian Infantry, like 3 squads worth. So finally getting them painted up, and still need a card for them, but at least they're getting painted up, and we'll base them. And then another thing I made as well, or painted, is some granite guardians. And I have about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about like 10 of them. And these granite guardians I 3D printed in my 3D printer back here. This PLA 3D printer doesn't print all the minis that well, but for the granite guardians, they do a really good job. So really like that. Anyway, the less I talk, the better this will be. What can I say too? I suppose I could have just, said, oh, sorry guys, I'm sick, and just canceled for tonight, even after announcing this morning that I was going to do it. But I kind of feel like this week is kind of important, so I felt like I needed to stream anyway for a little bit, just to let you all know. And here, let me start painting. Okay, I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to keep this kind of close to myself. This time I'm not going to reach out so I can save my arm, and just start working on this giant here, and now am I thinking clearly? Nope. Nope, definitely not thinking clearly, but we're still gonna try and do some work on this. So I'm probably not going to paint any of Scatbrith tonight. I might do something with the Tricksters, lay down a little bit more green. But yeah, it's just going to be a simple night. And see how I keep this close to my chest. I apologize, but like I said, I have a little bit of vertigo issues right now. And okay, so one thing I do want to say that this week, the first week in December, is actually something like an IBD, Crohn's and colitis awareness week for the month of December. And considering the fact that I've dealt with Crohn's disease for over 30 years now, it's rather important to me. So I kind of wanted to share a little bit about that as well. Oh yeah, that's metal too. And so I didn't want to like have the sickness get in the way. And trust me, fever, like this stuff, it might be flu that I have or some type of cold. This is nothing compared to what Crohn's can do to me. And there's been times where I've streamed in the past and done things in the past in the midst of a lot of excruciating abdominal pain. And there are a lot of people suffering way worse than I have, even though I've definitely had my lion's share of this illness. And the thing is, even when it goes away, because it doesn't go away, it's always in the back of your mind, like, will it ever return? Like, you can get intestines removed and have I have like an ileostomy, a colonoscopy, like I do. I have an ileostomy right there. But you never know if it's going to return somewhere else. So now, as I've said before in my streams, I'm the healthiest in my adult life I've ever been. I feel as good as I've ever been, so I just hope that I can keep that pace. But there's been times in the past where things did not look good. Things did not look good. Even the most recent, like the past like 4 years before, like the Avalon Hill campaign, that like the fall before the start of the Avalon Hill campaign, I believe that was when I had one of my final surgeries at this present time, and I had a small portion of my large intestine removed, like in 2016, and then 4 years ago, I got the rest of it removed. I got my rectum removed, and I got another ileostomy put in, and this time it was permanent. I couldn't get it reversed because everything's just out, and my rectum was really killing me at that time. Like there was a time, and guys, I mean, I'm doing stuff via the Tales of How YouTube channel at this time as well, and there were times to where I think this was 2021, where I couldn't sleep at night. I could only sleep maybe 2 hours a night, if any, and I was that way for months and months. I was deteriorating rather rapidly, and so it was a big risk to do the surgery, although it's like you had to make a decision. I didn't want another ostomy. I actually quite dislike using the ostomy and ileostomies, and I didn't want that to be a permanent thing. But I also realized, like, you know, I could fight this until I died, but what about my son? What about my wife? And so I decided to do the surgical option, permanent surgical option, in fall of 2021, and in the height of like all the COVID scares. And after that surgery was done, oh my goodness, the pain from the surgery, because it had technically had 3 surgeries done in one: rectum removal, colon removal, and ileostomy. My nerves were so terrible, such horrible pain, and if you don't know you're gonna make it, which I wasn't 100% certain, I did leave behind a video to go live on a dead man switch just in case I didn't return home. And it was a very emotional video. I'm glad I never have to show it to anybody. So that's what happened. And like I said, there's other aspects to the story too, but if someone's going through that type of situation, totally understand. It's like you got no hope, because what do you have to look forward to? Deteriorating intestine, probably die from it. I got a little bit of the clothing there. Okay. Well, but this, I mean, there are a couple of things that did keep me going: my family, my wife, my son. When I had my son, but also making and running this show. I didn't know if I was ever gonna like complete season 3, so that's a special thing. So, like at the end of this month, we'll do a premiere of the re-edit full length season 3. That'll be fun. That will be basically putting that part of the show in the archives, and then move forward to other things, hopefully. But yeah, and if you're wondering what Crohn's colitis is, well, for me, Crohn's, I guess I can describe Crohn's, although I've been diagnosed with both over the years, but mainly it's Crohn's. Hey, John and Jill, perfect way to spend a Sunday night. Hey, and hello, Roguescaper. Yes, well, I'm just doing this for a little bit, guys, because I am rather sick. I'm running fever. I didn't want to cancel, though, so I'm just painting a little bit, because I did want to talk about, like, reminiscing the past few years, since this week is Crohn's and Colitis Awareness Week in December, so I kind of wanted to talk about that. Even if my voice gives out, that's fine. As I was saying, the pain that I'm feeling right now pales in comparison to what I used to feel with like your intestines deteriorating. And that's basically the premise of an extreme case of Crohn's disease, is that your intestines end up scarred, damaged, just from the food that you're eating, because there's a lot of mucosal lining deterioration, and eventually things just start deteriorating to where you're bleeding, you're feeling pain, and it's been that way for like 30 some years. But I kept on doing this. I kept on running this channel. I kept on making ToV, not just to give people hope, but to give me hope, to look forward to do something. And a lot of the time I spent alone doing these live streams, and I would jokingly say, hello to one of you watching. Because there really wasn't many people, but I didn't care. I just wanted to hold myself accountable for maintaining the YouTube channel, for continuing to try and work on the monster of a series that Tales of Valhalla was. And I had a lot of hospital stays. I suffered a lot, but I would take my computer with me to the hospital. It was like this big Vio computer that my wife's like, I'm not carrying this, you carry it. I'm like, okay. So I carry it into the ER, because I knew I'd probably be in there for a week trying to decompress whatever stricture my intestine I was dealing with at the time, and it happened like for a couple year period, like on an average once every 3 months. All the while, making season 1, making season 2 and 3. So yeah, it has not been easy. And did I know if I was gonna still be here today talking to you guys? John Angela, Heroscape, Great Warm Lord, War Pigment, there in the chat. And Heroscape says, I'm painting my great bows now too. I am doing a terrible job, bro. I'm just trying to put, I have leftover gray from these Zedian guards I was painting earlier today, or Zedian infantry I was painting earlier today, as well as these granite guardians that were printed from a 3D printer. Finally got them ready to go, and so I just thought, if I got gray, I might as well just put it on these bow archers. So I'm just going to do that, and see what's our time. 23 minutes. Okay. John Jill, brutal Ryan, but staying protected. Yeah. Well, I mean, and right now, if the worst that happens to me right now is that I'm a little sick from a cold, flu, or whatever, that's the least of my worries. As long as I'm not feeling any intestinal pain, any deterioration from there, I'm quite happy. But I know there's literally millions of people, young people, kids, because when I was diagnosed with Crohn's, I was 11 turning 12, so I was pretty young. But there are kids even younger, babies, adults, older folk, all being hit with this. And the one reason that I'm so motivated all the time is the fact that I don't want, or not I want my son, and if I have any other children, I don't know, but at least my son, because even though I'm doing good now, your years are still kind of numbered. I'm very blessed to still be around here. Now I'm going to be 43 in a couple weeks, but I'm not going to be here forever. I'm living like I'm gonna be alive until 100, but working and learning as if I'm gonna go tomorrow. And I want to show my son, no matter what hopeless situation he's going through, that you can't give up. I was saying this. We went to some family for Thanksgiving. My brother and my mom, and my brother and his family, and my mom who was visiting as well. And we surprised my mom; she didn't know we were coming. But I was saying in a conversation with them that one thing that cannot be measured, there's a lot of things, AI or government or whatever can measure against you, but there's one thing they cannot measure, and that's hope. You can have hope in abundance, and no one can take that from you. And if that's the only thing my son learns when he's older, then I did a good job. So I just think to myself, when I was thinking about canceling tonight, because I really need to sleep. Winners play hurt. I heard that quote a long time ago in my 20s, and I've always kept that mantra. Now I don't mean don't rest, don't rest. So I'm a Sagittarius painting great bows. Actually, oh yeah, because December. Yep, exactly. I'm coughing up my lungs too. Okay, let's see. My head's hurting so much that I don't know. Okay, I gotta see. I'm being very sloppy with this because I'm not really paying too much attention. Here, this. If I don't have it, I smudged some gray there. It's okay. See, I put some gray, but I think what I'm going to do with these Tanuki Tricksers is replace that. Made it a little lighter, but I'm going to replace that with red and kind of make them like Santa's elves or something. Type of painting. And I'm painting gray on these bowmen, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to make them different than what is being told to do to paint. But yeah, so with those out there, I know there's millions of them out there. A lot of people are suffering out there that are feeling so much pain. It's all you can do to try and think straight, because you can't move. You can't damn well move. I've been there many times. So, and what's the best thing you can do for someone like that? Well, the worst thing you should do is try and give someone with Crohn's disease advice, because that's just going to make them feel isolated even more. The best thing you can do is just stand with them. Just be a friend, because you can't relate, but at least you can emphasize. Or am I saying that right? I don't know. My brain's frying. Okay, oh, okay. This. I think that's all metal here too. You know, the way these minis are angled for this bowman really ticks me off, because there's so many like curves and crevices in this thing. Right. It is insane. Okay. And the tip of the arrow is gold, so I'm gonna bother with it right now. It was fun to see how close you got on your new stuff. Yeah. Well, this is gonna take some time. This is definitely gonna take some time. I'll tell you guys one thing too. Like, for most of January, I'm gonna be gone. There's gonna be no streaming. Probably talk about it a later time, but yeah, I'm gonna be absent for about a month. Call it me taking a sabbatical. Okay. I don't know what's in this. This doesn't show. Well, okay, yeah, I guess this is metal too. Let's see, what's our time? 30 minutes. I just can't paint minis. I'm awful and will definitely be buying repainted master set, considering that Solberg scythe wielding hex club. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. That is so cool. Yeah, well, I'm doing gel. I'm a terrible painter. But I got him here, so I might as well try and do what I can do and learn. But I barely have time. That's why it takes me forever to do these things. They're great one. I'm finished watching Sir Heroscape, Roguescaper, and Tales of Hell review of the PAX Heroscape reveals. Cool, Great Wormlord. Check out Tabletop Bastion too. There's a link in my reveals video for them. And they had a fun review, and they were the first. I think they were the first ones to actually do it, and it turned into a podcast. So check them out. Give them a sub. Give them a sub. They just started in the past month, so definitely see what they got to say. They're a fun group. All right, I think that's it for this for the moment. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use, because I got a little bit of gray left, so I'm going to find out where Scavarth is, and yeah, PAX is in Philadelphia. Yeah, way too far for me. Okay, so I'm gonna paint a little bit. I'm just probably gonna paint like some of the grays here for the guns and the weapons and stuff. Although eventually, I'm just trying to get this used up. Oh hey, okay, so Thanksgiving. I hope you all had a good Thanksgiving. In spite of me coughing and not realizing that I was still sick, we drove 7 hours up to Michigan, where my younger brother, and when I mean younger, he's like 3 years younger than me, so he's going to be 40. But I'll be 40 next year. But he has his family, his wife, and a child, and we decided to surprise my mom, because she lives up in Michigan too. Not with my brother, but you know, she traveled over there for Thanksgiving, and we didn't tell her. I mean, we told her actually we were sick, so I don't think she expected us coming, because it's just like this past half of the month has been all of us being sick in one way or another. But on Thanksgiving Day, we kind of left like around almost at 5 o'clock in the morning. Drove up, and I tell you what, if you want to make a 7-hour trip, kind of breezy, drive on Thanksgiving Day, because no one's out. So we did, and surprised my mom. That's good, because my mom's nearly getting up there in years, so you know, you don't know how many times you have for that. So we did, and it was a great time, even though I was like hacking, coughing all the time. But you know, my son got to see his cousin, who they're both about the same age, and my brother's wife is expecting as well, so they're about to have 2 kids, which is really nice. So that was good. Usually around Thanksgiving time, we're usually just staying around here, but we just thought, you know what? Okay, not we, my wife. A creditor for that. My wife did say that, okay, Ryan, we should go. And this was before we all ended up getting sick, but we did it anyway. So very happy for that. We haven't been in Michigan together, I think, since we moved back in 2019. I think it was 2019. So that was interesting. There's kind of a reason we moved away from Michigan. Just it's a lot of people, roads and stuff, and just like I need peace and quiet. Old man Wilkie here wants his peace and quiet. Okay, I think I'm using up this gray paint, so now what I'm going to get next is, yeah, we'll work on that more. So that's good. Alright. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try and paint these coats a bit green. The green was very sloppy with these when I painted them last Sunday, so I'm going to try and do a little more. And I'm actually, since I'm thinking more, giving these guys a Christmas color theme, I'm going to find a brighter green here. Finally, these are white. Oh, I got some. I just gotta find them. Okay. We will find. There we go. I don't know if I want to. I can use this, but trying to see if I have anything else. Wait a second. Oh, that's blue. It's amazing how many greens I don't have. Okay, okay, okay. I'll use this. Uh-oh. Warbig, I don't know if you're on Twitch at all, but I think I have a bot there. Let's see, okay, 37 minutes, okay. So I'm just going to put a little bit of green on these guys' cloaks and then call it a night. Get some rest. Hopefully be better for like painting this Wednesday or whatever we're going to do this Wednesday. Probably painting. Yeah. Besides the meme review, or Memes Till Midnight this coming Sunday, and then a season 3 premiere, which we'll do later in the month, probably actually close to New Year's. It's just going to be probably just a lot of painting streams. Oh, wait, actually. There's the green. Okay, gotta shake these up a little bit though. Okay. Okay, this isn't shaking up good because it's coming out invisible. There, maybe that helped. Let's see. Yes, I'm clapping, but it does help. You know, they say to put these things on their side because the little ball like regulates, you know, how much comes out, but I am putting it on its side and it still doesn't work. Anywho. Oh, another thing I'll be doing this month too is that I'm going to be setting up some things for reels of some stuff that I've been animating. There. That's better. It's actually more of a pale type color, but it's okay. I'm just going to put some green in it. We don't need too much. A vortex mixer would be my best friend, probably. Or just trying to stir these up before I stream. You may need to poke them up. Yeah, I did that. So I don't need too much. This green should come out okay. It does. Sweet. Okay. Let us try and do a green, an elf type green for these. Oh, okay. So I do want to say too that for the first time, as far as like classic films are concerned, last night we watched with my son the 10 Commandments, Charlton Heston. Not just a classic, thing's a freaking masterpiece. And it was my son's first time watching, and he I mean, that's a 3-hour film. He watched all the way through. Okay, this is coming out watery. That's not what I wanted. Oh, well. But at least it's greener. Maybe we'll just have shades of green in it. Then I gotta get underneath the cloak too. See, this is what I mean about like angles. Angles for this is just like you gotta get everything underneath the cloak as well. It's crazy. So yeah, Ten Commandments, really cool. You need to, you need to give the kiddo the classics, and eventually I'll do Ben-Hur as well. Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston. I used to watch that. My mom used to have us watch that like every Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, but I can't stop thinking of the scene in Hasty of the World. Oh, History of the World Part 1. Yes, I'm familiar with the scene. You know, what a legend Mel Brooks is. It's like, I present to you the 10 Commandments. Oh my goodness. What a legend. I hope they do Spaceballs justice. I hope he does. I mean, the man's 100 years old. If I'm 100 years old and I'm still doing kind of stuff like what Mel Brooks is doing, I'd be okay with that, you know? But talk about a legend, that man. I really hope that Spaceballs 2 is, even if it's half as good as the original, I'd say it's a victory. Justin says, I got the Blu-ray 2-pack of 10 Commandments and Ben-Hur for Easter years ago. Some of my favorite movies. Oh yeah, no, there. You can't. And it's like, my wife was actually like showing me, like a Ben-Hur remake they did like 4 to 5 years ago, and oh my gosh, it was awful. I mean, it just because of the storytelling aspect of it, it's just like, what do you do? The ending is so just like, I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched it actually closer to the ending. It was ridiculous from a storytelling perspective. No wonder. I'm pretty sure it flopped, or should have flopped. What's that? So the Revenant Acolytes are the the Inquisition. Inquisition, what a show. We got a little bit of green there. It ain't easy being green. What's our time? Okay, 45 minutes, alright. Well, I kind of did a 6-minute start, so we still have a little bit of time. I'll try to use up this green stuff as much as possible. Yeah, I haven't seen History of the World Part 1. It's been a minute. But, it'd take a miracle for me to find time to watch it again. Gotta love Miracle the horse. And Blazing Saddles might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I enjoy it. He rode a blazing saddle, he wore a shiny star, his job to offer battle to bad men near and far. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I want to sing it anymore because I think YouTube's acting up. He conquered fear and he conquered hate. He turned dark night into day. He made his blazing saddle a torch to light the way. I believe that's the lyrics. Oh, wait a second. When outlaws ruled the West and fear shook the land. A man with guts to take the West in hand. They needed a man who was brave and true, for justice was all in his aim. And out from the sun rode a man with a gun, and Bart was his name. Yes, Bart was his name. The copyright strike me for that. I have no problems with remakes. The Charlton Heston Ben-Hur was a remake of 1920s film. This is true, but I'm sorry. The one that was made like 5-10 years ago was just it was a CGI slot mess. I did not like it. But you're absolutely correct. Charlton Heston Ben-Hur was kind of a remake, but the original Ben-Hur film was a black and white, so it's. I think it's a little bit different, but you know we can agree to disagree. It's fine. I like talking about pop culture because no one needs to be offended by anybody's opinion on anything because it's all a matter of a person's taste. It's a cover your finds as well, but yeah, well, you never know with YouTube. I'm sorry if I'm holding this too close and you all can't see it. I apologize. It's free on YouTube at least. What's free on YouTube? The Ten Commandments? Yes, Ten Commandments. Yep, that's where we watched it last night. So that was nice. That was nice. I mean, they used to have it on like public TV, like once every year. I think every Christmas or something, a certain time of the year, and it would keep the ratings, you know. So it's cool that they have it for free on that. Oh, History of the World is free too. Okay, I have to look that up now. That is one that my son. No, not at the moment. I like one movie I gotta watch again, and I didn't watch for the first time until like recently was Young Frankenstein. Easter. Okay, Easter time. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because I mean, it's a story about Ben-Hur, but it's actually, as written in the book, a tale of Christ. So, and the book is a brick. My goodness, I've only read like portions of it, but that is a. You get a Civil War soldier write that book. Okay, here, hold a second. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Like I said, hopefully in a few days I'm better. Jesus Christ Superstar every year in my house. Holiday season. Okay. I'm having a lot of fun with The Chosen. Like we had to catch up on the series. Sometimes it's like we watch a season or two and then it takes some time to catch up. But all caught up, and there's actually like, and that's free on Amazon. And they also have a cartoon series called The Chosen Adventures, which I'm like, okay, they're trying to do a cash grab and for children or something for The Chosen, but it's actually a really fun cartoon. There's a character in it that's a sheep that just the one-liners and burns that come from this sheep is hilarious. And what's the sheep's name? Sheep. it's absolutely hilarious. And the animation's pretty darn good too. So you can tell when something is fairly well written. And I mean, the chosen, even if like you got no faith in a Christian or whatever, just the script writing, the acting, the set design, it's just everything's just masterclass in that series, in the live series, The Chosen. It's just absolute masterclass. Huh? Hydrate. Okay. Did you do a hydrate for me? I'm sorry, I can't see my Twitch things, but yeah, I can do that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, I have some immune helper tea. So, and where are we at? Okay. I think I'll wrap up pretty soon. Just give these guys a little bit more green. It ain't easy being green, but yeah, I think I'm gonna turn their sacks into like red sacks to be like they're Santa's helpers, you know, at least for this lot. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll check. So hot take: dice or wound markers. Like to count wounds. I really have no problem with the wound tokens that you can put underneath, you know, the units. Although, like I said, with you guys want to see this, for those of you who haven't seen yet, I did kind of like a interesting thing with this guy. I chopped the tentacles in half, so wound 1, boom, magnetized. Wound 2. Now, I don't think I'll be able to play a Renegade game with this anymore, but I would need like a bunch of these anyway to play if I wanted to play them via Renegade. But I just wanted to do one with the disposable, non-movable tentacles with that. So just to give it a try. So I did put like chopped them up, dug into the center, did Magus-Hum just to see if I could do it, and it turned out doing it pretty good. So, let's see here, pants, green pants. Green pants, brown tail. How now, brown cow? Let's see, I was painting my Krakenling this morning. Okay, Justin. Team dice. Like team dice, I don't know what that means. I apologize. My brain, like I said, is failing on me, so I'm not sure what that means. Okay, I got to wrap up here. Here, let's take a look. I gotta bring this thing over here, where we have all the stuff that's still yet to be painted. Team dice. Well, personally, I think I'd rather have dice. I mean, when it comes to like having a winning dice, because yo, hey, Cody's Cardboard. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm glad you could join it, but I'm actually about to sign off. I've been streaming for almost an hour, and I'm actually incredibly sick. But I didn't want to just cancel everything outright, so I just painted a couple of things, and then try and sleep tonight, try and get over this fever. But I'm so happy that you can hop on board for even a second. Anybody who doesn't know Cody's Cardboard, give him Give him a sub. Give him a sub. But I was gonna say, it's like, see, I got these dice here. Those are my favorite ones. Yeah, no worries, man. Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday, as long as I'm not as sick as I am right now, same time, same place, doing probably more painting this Wednesday. So I'll be like around like 9 p.m. Eastern time. So yeah, I appreciate it. It's I've had worse, and I spent the last hour talking about that a little bit. But let's see here. For wound tracking, says Warpig. Yeah, for wound. Okay, that's what you were saying. Okay, yeah, I don't mind using the wound markers. I mean, personally, I think I could do with both. But sweet Cody, yeah. No, great. I'd love to chat with you when we get a chance. Even like, look, sometime in the future, you need to come on with us for like a podcast or something. So I think you're already in the Tales of Halo Discord, so I know I can reach out to you for sure. But I mean, Cody's cardboard is just exploding with his reels, exploding. But yeah, I'm easygoing in the aspect that if I use dice, to count like the wounds or the wound markers, like the poker chips. Either way is fine. I think the poker chips just helps because you can put them underneath the thing and boom, there you go. You don't have to remember, how many like wound tokens there are for a unit. Although it depends on how many units you're using that need multiple tokens. Because if you gotta buy like 2 or 3 packs worth just to do a game, then yeah, I think dice might be a better option. Yeah, Cody's covered. No worries. You don't have to show your face. That's no worries. You can just have your sound audio. I tell people you can be as comfortable as you want. You don't necessarily have to show your face. A lot of us do on the podcast, but you absolutely do not have to. Your voice is definitely good enough. All right. So with that, I really appreciate everybody hopping in tonight. I wish it could be longer. I wish I could do more, but I really need to sleep and try and get over this. Like I said, if I'm not tomorrow morning, if I'm still feeling miserable, I'm probably going to go to because this has been a few weeks, and it's just spiked back up again. I might go to urgent care just to be like, okay, what do I have? And okay, give me some stuff so I can get over this. So it happens every year, as Justin as Justin knows all too well. He's been around for a little bit of time. I'm sick nearly every winter time, so it's like it's a normal thing, But with that, I do thank everybody for watching. Check out, I'm trying to I got still a backlog of videos I'm posting, and I like really quickly did the PAX photo reveals today. I did just a smaller edit of it and rendered it and just sent it out there. But they're still like wrapping up on the Thorman's Thunder units that we talked about like over like a month or 2 ago. I still got to get out, so I am backlogged, but I'll get them out. I'm trying to get 1 or 2 out daily. So with that, I thank all of you for watching. Hopefully see you Wednesday. I'll let you know for sure. Come Wednesday on a post. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and I'll see all of you next time. Later. Bye-bye.